Hey, just wanted to put up this video really quick. I was inspecting some higher level characters. I want to do some explanations about their teams, maybe theory craft on some of the rationale behind them, and just sort of break apart their teams and try to find improvement. Now, I like to make the videos that I'm making because I don't want everybody to have this idea that one, people that pay money for the games are bad. Like, people who think that are dumb, just straight up dumb. If somebody's the top rank, this game requires, even if you have all the money in the world, it requires a huge time investment, which is why a lot of people who fork out this kind of money, um, generally, just the way that they are as people, they don't have that kind of time, or they can't be bothered for things like that. That's why they're spending money in the first place. So we see this especially with D-Tune, for example, who was for the most part untouchable for the first 3 weeks or so, and then he just disappeared. He said, "You know what? The heck with this game," and he's never come back since. But you know what? If I run into D-Tune and Dimensional Breakthrough, it's not worth it, and I still will. I'll check the map to see what map it is. If I can one-shot his team on my first go, I'll do it. If not, it's not worth trying to find a perfect one for it, and I'll still just skip him. I will skip D-Tune ahead of half of these other characters because at least D-Tune had a good formation. Now, a lot of people now have this idea that if you have unlimited sets, that you just have unlimited power. Now, this is Dominique, Jenny, Wanderer, and Deborah. Not in that order. The order is Wanderer, Jenny, Deborah, Dominique. That is Spirit's lineup right now. Currently, I'll give you a look because I'm in his PvP screen. This is what he's got. Now, if you want to talk about how amazingly powerful you can make a character, Unknown. His Unknown has a natural attack of 32,201. Just looking at it actually makes me happy because that is freaking cool. That is so cool. But you know what's cooler than 32,000 attack? 50,000 attack, which is what he has with the effects from his battle suits. Pretty amazing. Oh yeah, with his battle suits, and on turn one, where he gets the first 700 attack from the Legacy of the High Humans. This character is a monster. The only thing that would make it better is if he had Eldricus Trinity instead of the Legacy of the High Humans set. But Eldricus Trinity needs a serious hard nerf. Um, my recent battles have actually made me start believing that the battle suits are perfectly fine the way they are. They're not even overpowered. Defense is actually a lot better than attack. I used to think exactly the opposite, but defense is just so much better than attack. Maybe I'll do an in-depth video about that later. But to be perfectly clear here, Spirit's Wanderer just played me on the bridge map, and he went first, and his Unknown Wanderer walked up to my Bearman and did almost 30% of his health. Now, if you know Bearman's skills, we're just going to go into them real quick. Bearman's first skill, or sorry, third skill, which I only have at level 6. Like, as you can see, I don't like he has. I should note that he has basically every single skill maxed out. He does have his third skill level 10, and that is what he used on my Bearman. I confirmed that by rewatching the video. But he does 30% of my health right now with a 50,000 attack Unknown. Now I am Scissor Advantage, cool, but it's a 50,000 attack Unknown. And this skill right here increases my defense and my aggro by 75% at this level. It's 100% at level 10. But right now, it's, or I believe it is, maybe it's 95%. Alright, yeah, so a 5 at 4 more, so it's going to be it's going to be by 95%. Unless there's a 10% jump for Sage 10 for some reason. But it's basically at max level, it's basically double. So even before I have that right now, he can only do a third damage with his strongest skill on me, on my tank. Now, what kind of gear do I have? Well, I have this aggro set. Everybody attack Bearman, please. It's really useful to be attacked if you're a superpowered tank. And give every ally set some completely negligible amount of HP. And that's the only set I have. How hard is it to beat these characters? The team I went with to beat him, because I do usually tweak my team a little bit instead of the ideal team. My ideal team is Chunny, Serendi, Kai, and then Bearman for very, very good reasons. I usually use Carrot and Chris as alternates, but for the most part I don't use anybody else. Those are my 6 characters. And the alternates that I swap out are Serendi and Bearman for Carrot and Chris in their respective slots. I never touch Chunny, I never touch Kai. So I almost never, ever use Deborah, for example. I don't use Jenny anymore. I don't use Momo anymore. They are just not good enough. They're just not good enough. If you're wondering why isn't Momo as good as Carrot? Momo is better than Carrot if you just want to talk about doing straight damage. My Momo, I just took a bunch of his good sets off and good gear off, and he still has 23,000 attack and 58,000 health. He used to have 70,000 health and 27,000 or 28,000 attack when I had him on speak. But Carrot's skills, they're just better. This third skill basically says the character that Carrot shoots will not crit you, and they will be very easy to kill. Instead of saying that Carrot is basically a hard disabler of a very strong unit. Now, in some maps, it's also good to have decoys where you can draw the AI in to protect your other characters. If I feel that their slot 2 hero can kill my Kai in one shot, which I feel like that all the time, I'll use Carrot as the second slot hero, and let's say she runs down the bridge as far as she can go. It has to be as far as she can go to, or Serendi will be able to hit both Kai and Carrot, for example, if Serendi is his second character. My Carrot can now shoot 3 lanes with the third skill, sorry. I can maybe kill somebody, and then the person in the second lane will come and attack Carrot, and Kai is going to be free and clear. I have so many useful things I can do with Carrot. So many so that I even though I used to think, I thought that Jenny was really overpowered at a certain point in time, and I regretted not raising her. And I raised her up to 5-star. To get her here, I put a crap ton of good gear on her, and all I realized was that it was a huge waste of crystals to unequip good gear from better characters and put them on Jenny. She's lackluster. She's not good. The Spirits Jenny is fantastic, mostly because his unknown goes first now. But you could always turn off Jenny's passive by killing either Jenny before she's able to strike, because she's a solid 2-slot hero. She's not a first-slot hero. Or you can kill the other paper. Now, what was nice about Spirit's formation is that because he has unknown going first now, he won't lose his paper character when he's defending. Maybe he even had that when he was attacking other people who had better formations, and their attackers would go and kill his squishier characters, and then he lost. Maybe he noticed himself that, well, you know what, every time this person dies and Jenny's passive turns off, she does 10,000 less damage. And I can't kill these people, and it's really frustrating me. I gotta get this paper character in the first slot. That could have been his thought, and it would have been a rational thought, and it worked to a degree. But it didn't solve the overall problem that his formation is not a good formation. I don't find, let me just get back there, I don't find a lot of these players' formations to be good. I find that they like to use the characters that they like, not the characters that are good. They don't have a good underlying strategy. They just have I've paid this much money, I better freaking win kind of attitude. I'm going to reroll here and see if we can get Spirits again. And not so lucky. Well, maybe he's fought me. I could revenge him. That would be the best case scenario. No, just Grandietta and Rain. Alright, well, I'm not going to be able to. Too bad, I really did want to put that fight in there. But let's just go back and look at him again. I really need to get some of these points across. I might not be being clear with what I'm saying, but this is the formation right here. If I had to write like an in-depth 40-page guide onto why this is the best formation and the best character formation in the game for PvP as of right now. Now this team is specifically attuned to the current maps. Every one of these characters is the best at what they do in the slot that they are in. If you thought that Bearman was the greatest character ever and you put him in slot 1, you're an idiot. What is Bearman going to do for you in slot 1? Bearman is a 4 movement hero. He's a 5th slot hero. What he does is he makes AIs attack him. That's what he does. And he doesn't die. That is his job. He doesn't go and hunt things down and kill them. They just walk up to him, and then he doesn't ever die. Rain's let's visit Rain for a second. Rain uses probably a paper specialization for his strategy, and his Nox can use. Oh, he's only got 235 mana, so I guess this is still a work in progress. But his Nox couldn't keep my Bearman immobilized to death, even if he had 400 mana. That's just how good of a tank he is. So, Bearman is so amazing what he does. Definitely the best tank in the game, no matter how you look at it. Like there's no tank in PvP that could touch Bearman with a 10-foot pole. Jack is so easy to kill, but most of you already know that Jack, like no one has ever run into a Jack that said, oh crap, that Jack is really strong. Unless his name is Blue Sapphire and he's got like a $5,000 geared up Jack. It's just not like that. But this is the ideal team. I guarantee you that under much debate and a lot of criticism of my own self, this is the team you're looking for. Chenny, Serendi, Kai, and Bearman. This is the superhero team, and because Rock is so popular and these characters are going to be so popular, I'd also suggest some kind of variation with a Rock paper or the Scissor paper, just to deal with the Rock, because I feel that the Scissor characters are a lot more canon. I think that actually the most important characters are Kai and Chenny. It's just that Serendi and Bearman are so amazing at their roles, you just can't leave them out. But I would switch Carrot and Chris for Serendi and Bearman if they were super heavy on Rock, or if I felt that I needed paper characters for some reason. What's nice about Carrot and Chris is they both have the defense debuff, so it's just like their synergy together is just amazing. And Carrot in the second slot, she's actually really easy to keep alive if you keep her in the second slot. Now I'm going to cut this video short. Hopefully I haven't run on too long. But I'm going to be going over. I'll pick the top 10 characters. We're going to go in depth with them, and we're going to talk about their formation, some things that they're doing, some rationales to why they're doing it probably, and how we can make them better, or why would you want to make the best players better? It's just more fun. The same reason why I want people to be able to beat Tower, and I'm making the videos of the Tower and things like that. I want everybody who plays to be good, and I want the games to be fun. So, good luck to me, good luck to us. I hope everybody has fun, and hope you enjoy the videos.